action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Round of applause and you go, that's it. Damn, that's a bomb with a flick on my wrist. Jersey on my chest, that's a team that I rep. Came in as a rookie, now I'm ballin' like a vet. If you talking crazy, better say it with your chest. Hit him with the right, then I hit him with the left. Ooh, ooh. Then the juke move, Heisman, stiff arm, lights out, you snooze. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. This is not a game, this is not a game. Banging on your chip when I come through the paint. Never been about the money or the fame. But when it bring both, so here we go again. Wins on the road, yeah, I got those. Couple records that I hold, yeah, I got those. It's the playoffs, the team just got home. We ain't going outside when it matter most. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic. Lights came, prime time action. Run it up, touchdown, I'm snapping. In the field with the plays, John Madden. It's so many, give it Sunday magic.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New York Jets. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in week 3. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start on the ground. Hall breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. The Jets at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
From the 36, Wilson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. yards combined for their team's first sack of the game. So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And out across midfield down to the 45. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll go again with Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead is Hall. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here we go. 11.
Now Burrow loses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Took you so long.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Burrow. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down.
Big Quinnen Williams continuing to improve in the middle of that line for New York. Had 13 sacks in his last 2 seasons, which is excellent for a defensive tackle.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Six 6-0 our score after 1. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So on is the lefty, Kevin Huber, to kick it away for the Bengals here on 4th down. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. Fielded just inside the 30. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
A give running right is Hall. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Now, the Bengals had the remarkable run to the Super Bowl last year, but one team that gave them trouble were these New York Jets. You might remember back in Week 8, it was the Jets rallying behind backup Mike White, who threw for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns in a 34-31 New York victory over the Bengals. Here's Wilson to throw. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
He's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. A give to Hall running right. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
From the 27, Wilson. A check down complete to Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
On 3rd down, here's Hall. Shreds him with a stiff arm. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead will hold at 6. The Bengals drive about to get going. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Here we go, here we go.
On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Burrow looking to pass. It'll be Mixon on the out route as the pass is caught. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, yes, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 16. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And he is going to lose yardage here.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Wilson's throw complete there to Berrios. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this is going to be intercepted. His guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That escapes the sack. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. McPherson's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing the out route, finding Boyd for the completion.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here we go.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
11 MT. 11 MT. 11 MT. Hey. Stop.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense get a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
11.
Mixon will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal.
11 minus.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Caleb Wilson from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Berrios now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all? Ball has it knocked loose,
and the Bengals grab it. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. And remember, he put one on the ground last week, so the rookie now back-to-back weeks with a...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
Wilson to Wilson there. Zach to Garrett for a Jet 1st down.
Here's a give to Hall. Uses the stiff arm. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 83 yards receiving now for him on the afternoon as he's got a first down here.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he completes it to Berrios. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Back to the ground with Hall. Bulldozes past him, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, right back to Hall. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down at 5.
I said it, let's go. Fire, 64, we lock it. Let's go.
Here's Hall again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. And that one an absolute backbreaker. A chance to get back within a score, couldn't do it.
Yeah, that one went begging, as they say, right? There's the opportunity, and it was missed. But all hope's not lost just yet. But, boy, getting back within 1 score would have been a powerful motivator for their defense to take the field with.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6.
He finds his man complete. It's Wilson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Elijah Moore.
42 yards.
And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
12. 11.
Mixing up the middle. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
On one, ready?
Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the right side and complete to Hurst.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here we go.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
The throw over the middle taken in. He's at the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 61 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On first down, Wilson. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game.
And the Jets have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
On one, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
11 MP.
Burrow looking to pass.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for minimum. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shut out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't.